What's going on? What's going on? My name is Phil Jones, Mike Jones, have you guys know me personally, professionally, and I am one half of the Extraordinary Men, and welcome to another episode of the Extraordinary Men podcast. Touching base with you guys real quick because I had a thought and I wanted to go ahead and bring it to the fold. So I don't necessarily know how well people remember this, but back when Donald Trump was president the first time, me as a federal employee, I got what's called a thrift savings plan. And a thrift savings plan is basically like a government 401k. With that thrift savings plan, I saw the single greatest rate increase throughout the duration of his presidency. And I'm not necessarily sure how it will go this go round, but I do know overall a lot of people stated that they made the most money in their retirement accounts and their IRAs and their stock portfolios than probably ever before. Now, one of the big things about Trump is that people know him for being the money guy. Like, despite what you feel about his character and whatnot, he's known for being good for the economy. And a lot of people, I think, spent a lot of money or invested a lot of money into the market solely based off of the speculation of having somebody who's known for his business acumen being in office. So rather than being politics as usual, you got a chance to see somebody that has the biggest reputation that there is when it comes down to conducting business. So the question that I like to ask is, do you think that the Trump presidency will have a positive or a negative effect on the economy? Now, obviously, it's not the same as it was when he was in office the first time. So first and foremost, I was listening to a podcast earlier today, and it's I think it's called Reventure Investments or Reventure Capital. I'll make sure I give him his proper credit. And he was talking about how when Trump was in president the first time, that the cost of housing on average was about $1,200 a month. And right now, the cost of owning a house is over double that. I think he said anywhere from $2,600 to $2,800 per month. And that's like with pristine credit. So you look at the cost, the inflation, and it's like you ask yourself, okay, well, what are his plans? Seeing that things were in a different place then than they are now, will he be good or will he be bad for the economy? Will it be a positive impact? Will he be able to bring back that luster for people to invest? Or will it be, okay, now that I have this in my hands, it's different than this that I had in my hands. Now what am I going to do with it? Like, so I wonder, when you look at the state of the housing market and you look at us having record unaffordability, and when you look at record credit card debt, you look at record student loan debt. I mean, there's record debt across the board. You look at the average cost of vehicles, used and brand new, being as high as they are. Is there something that will come out of this presidency that will affect our everyday prices? He's been speaking a lot about tariffs, a lot about, importing goods and putting heavy tariffs on importing goods. Will those tariffs, if they go into place, will they be a positive or a negative? Because you think about tariffs, well, if you're importing goods in, let's say from China, Indonesia, or wherever, and there's heavy tariffs on it, who does the cost of those goods transfer to? Do they transfer to us, or does that encourage Americans to produce their own goods rather than relying on imports? And if America starts producing its own goods again, then, well, cost of labor, cost of materials, the rabbit hole goes on. But will this be a positive? Will this be a negative? Like, there's so much speculation as far as where things could go and where things may go. Now, of course, I look at his presidency from this point of view and this point of view only. Whether you like the guy, whether you don't like the guy, I still want him to do a good job. I don't want the pilot of my plane crashing because of how I personally feel about the guy. And even deeper than that, I find it hard to have personal feelings about somebody that I've never met before. I may not necessarily like your portrayal or anything else like that, but at the same time, you are the president-elect at this time, so we just need to get used to it. We need to get wrap our mind around the fact that this is a thing. So now that we know that this is a thing, and he's getting very vocal about how he feels about certain aspects of the economy, about deportation, about immigration, about the overall state of the housing market, and various other things, will these things turn around for the average consumer? Will your middle class person or middle class family, will they find a place or find a home in the Trump economy? Stay tuned. We're definitely going to delve deeper into that situation, but I just want to go ahead and get you guys' thoughts. So what do you think? Please leave in the comments. As long as like, subscribe, add any data, anything else that you would like to touch base on. And by all means and all purposes, let's hope that something positive comes out of this. Regardless of your personal feelings, it's here, it's happening. We need to just get prepared and hope for the best. Peace.